Hello and welcome back to another video. So on today's video I'm still trying to get through the fencing up here. Sorry, the cattle are used to getting their few nuts now every day, so they think that's what I'm here for, but they can wait a while because they got them late last night, so they can wait a while until I finish this fencing job. So I've gotten a nice bit done so far up the top. I want to do here behind me now. Dad has cleared it so that I can drive the posts. I'll get it with the hedge cutter then some other day, maybe when it's not as fine, but I want to make the most of the nice weather now today because the forecast for the foreseeable is actually a bit worrying, because if it doesn't dry up we're in serious trouble, and I'm going to need more than 120 bales. So the 10-day forecast is rain, and quite a bit of it as well. I think today is the only dry day. It's supposed to be dry all day, or for the most of the day anyway. But I really need it to dry up, because even I have the cows just down the hill slightly here, and the damage they did in just one day yesterday was ridiculous, because when it's raining they don't lie down, they just pace back and forth and they're constantly moving. So the ones here aren't doing too much damage by the truck, alright, is in bits, but you'd expect that anyway with any bit of rain. But overall they're not doing too much damage. But it's amazing the difference in the animals. Like yesterday they were all in desperate form. Every lot I went to, so I went to the 3, they were just in such bad form. They were running around, they were digging up the place. It's, yeah, so hopefully they're a bit calmer now today. But yeah, we need it to stop raining badly, because they were in the middle of October last year, which was horrendous, and it felt like the longest winter I've ever experienced. So if it's the same again this year, and we've more animals this year, it's not going to be good. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but it's not looking great. So anyway, as I was saying, trying to make the most now of this fine day, because the next 9 days is not looking good. So I'm going to get this fencing done tomorrow. Then it is going to be raining, but we're going to have to move the cattle, the cows and calves below. Then the silage wrap needs to be recycled, so I need to get the trailer on the tractor, which to be honest usually isn't that bad. It's just the hitch is a bit awkward to put on, but of course Dad has tricks for that anyway, so I should be able to do that. But it hasn't been put on for a year, so I might just need to remind myself, or I might need Dad to remind me how to do it. And then I need to try and get the trailer out of the shed, because I park it very tight because it just takes up so much room. I need to get that extra little shed built so that we can get that trailer out of there, because it's criminal the amount of space it takes up. So it'll probably take me 20 minutes to get it out of the shed, because it's been a year since I've done it. Then I'll load up what I have, and then I might just refresh my memory with the trailer. So every year I'll do just practice runs with the trailer, just to train myself and just to keep it in my head. Left is right and right is left is the best bit of advice I ever got, I think, on it, because I don't know, that trailer, it defeats me always for the first few days. I get into it then after that, but yeah, I'll have to do that. So there's a few bits on now. Pity that I won't have the weather for it. I still need to paint my bales that we bought as well, but I have to do that today while it's dry. So I better get on with this anyway, try and get as much of it done as I can. And yeah, I'll have to sort them out as well, because they're not happy. So as you can see here, I have the same problem as I have everywhere. The wire is just so loose. There isn't a single post at this stage. It's all just propped up with pigtails. So I'll have a load of pigtails by the time I'm done here today, I hope. But Dad tidied it up nicely. so it just means there's enough room for me to put in the posts, and I'll just come along with the hedge trimmer then, just to get it in another bit. I might take some of that furze there in the middle as well, but yeah, it'll be good to tighten up that wire there, and then I'll probably come over here if I have a couple of stakes left and just tighten up this, because you probably can't see the wire there, but it's pretty much on the ground, and they'll be coming in here in probably 10 days or so, a week, so it'd be great to get this place done. And across the way is where I've already done, you can probably see the nice fresh posts over there, so I've all that side done. So the first thing I always do is just pace out the posts. So I think I lined up 5 or 6 posts in total, whatever it was. I usually do them about 15 paces apart, roughly, and so did that. Then I gathered up about 20 pigtails because it was nothing but pigtails, so that'll be handy now when I'm setting up to some temporary fences around the place, so it's good to have them. Then drove the couple of stakes, used the same wire that was there because, to be honest, it was fine, so it didn't actually need new wire anyway, but there was no way I was rolling all that out on my own. So tightened it up as best I could, which isn't overly tight, but it was actually grand. And then that was it. I also went down and did the other side, just because I had time. So that's the whole field done and dusted, and my buddy's looking out for me. I have my paint there beside the tractor. I'm going to paint those bales because I think this is going to be my last opportunity for a good while anyway. So I'm just going to paint the bales that we bought as well, and that'll be me done for the day then. Yeah, I'm tired after all those posts now, but as I said, delighted to get it done at the same time. So yeah, I'm going to fly through this. I don't know, the sky looks very menacing. I don't know if it's going to rain, but I'm going to chance it anyway because it's not forecast. So I just want to get these bales painted. Now, so I'm ready to move today. I had a very slow start to the day, so I just said I need to get out now and get these moved. So there has been a slight change of plan because I still haven't been to the ploughing yet in this video. I'm going in 2 days time, but Dad just thinks when I'm away for the 2 nights they'd nearly be in for too long if we wean the calf today, so he wants to leave it off now and wean him just the end of the week when I come back. So that's fine. I'd kind of like to just do it, but yeah, there's no one here to move them out of the shed then afterwards, so it's grand. We'll leave it until I get back, and I'll probably wean him on the Friday or Saturday then. Yeah, so, but anyway, we still need to bring the cattle down because we don't want them eating the grass up there. So they're going to come down to these ones behind the lake. But I'd be very surprised if it's not extremely straightforward. They're a good bunch, the ones up there. There's no troublemaker in the gang. Special is a bit of a pain, but because she's so old, she can't really put up a massive fight. It's not like we wouldn't be able to round her up. She's too slow these days. But yeah, so all I'm going to do now is get the cones out, put them on the road and wait for Mum and Dad, and should be good to go. Now that's the first leg of the journey done. Mum and Dad are gone around in the gator to block off the next section of it, but they did not want to come out of the field at all. Up, 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 come on. Come on. Yeah, they did not want to come out of the field at all, which is strange considering I kept it tight yesterday with the grass because I wanted them to come out of there, but they wanted to just keep going further up the field. But they were no hassle once they came out anyway. They can't beat the gator, so it's very handy. It just saves me running around the place like an idiot after them. But yeah, we should fly down here now. The others will be bellowing at them from behind the lake, so that'll encourage them down anyway. Like lambs there, for once. The old girl leading the way. Now that's that job done. Again, hopefully it's not too windy here, but that's all the cows back together now anyway. It's just the yearlings above and that's it, but they look like a nice little bunch there now, in fairness. There was some awful beef between... I didn't even mean that, pardon the pun. There was some awful beef between Big Red and Little Red, which is unusual because Little Red is Queen of Newcastle around here, so I don't know what she was thinking, but I thought they were going to go through the barbed wire. They were that bad. They've dug up the place over there as well, of course, and it is in the nice part. But yeah, I was a bit worried because behind that barbed wire is a dike into a stream, so I was like, geez, that's all I need. But they settled down almost straight away after I roared at them a bit. They all have plenty of grass there now, so that'll keep them quiet for tomorrow anyway. And then what will be Tuesday morning then, when I'm heading off to the ploughing, I'll give them the whole lot because Dad can't be moving the wire and stuff. So, and then they'll probably get 4 days, I'd say, out of that. So I'll be just over the 2 weeks then. I'd probably be 16, 17 days. So it'll be somewhere between where I thought and where the measurement thought. But I don't know if you can see it there behind me. There, you know, it just got a bit too strong really. You can see it, so they're not really feeding it down great. But probably for the last day, again, to make it easier for them to come out of here, we'll just force them back over the whole lot and they'll pick up any bits that they fancy, so it won't be too bad. Another plan has changed as well. I'm going to top the place that they came out of the last day. Dad didn't want me topping it because he just wants every bit of grass we have growing, but then I think he saw how well the grass came across the way after I topped it only about 2 weeks ago. There's great grass in there, so he was like, oh sure, you might as well top that place there. So and I think it'll be good for it because again, some of the grass in there was a bit strong, so they didn't feed it down great, so I think the topping will actually do it good. And I think I mentioned in a previous video, they'll probably only come back in here weather permitting. It doesn't look like it's going to happen at the moment, but weather permitting, they'd probably come back here for 2 weeks towards the end of the year before they go into the shed. So if they do or not, it's not going to make or break us really, because there's a lot of grass below where they're going next. But yeah, I'm going to throw on the topper now, top that, or at least top some of it. Might not do it all today, but I want to get it done obviously before I put on the trailer, because once I put on the trailer is staying on until I have it ready to go to the recycling plant. So that is the plan now anyway. yeah, well, I'm back out here today because my camera died the last day when I was just finished showing the end product of the topping. So I said I'd come back out here today and just give a bit of a spiel about it. So yeah, I actually flew through it. The rushes were very weak, even in the thicker parts. Now I did drop down to low second in them, but it was only a small section, so it was ideal. Other than that, I kind of flew through it, to be honest. The 135 played a blinder as usual. I don't think I would have brought a machine much heavier in here, to be honest. The majority of it is fine, but right in the middle up there, it is like a bog. It is wet. There were a couple of laps and I was like, oh no, am I going to get out of it? But it was absolutely grand in the end. So I've seen a nice bit of clover in here actually, which I don't think I've ever seen in here before. So that's great to see. There's obviously some goodness in parts of the field anyway, but yeah, I'm delighted to have it done. I know it's going to take a long time for it to come back now at this stage because it is pretty much the end of September at this stage. But the way this weather is going, I don't think they'd come in here anyway, to be honest. I'd say they'll be put in the shed before they do. We had a torrential downpour there a while ago. I got soaked and it's so much colder as well. Yeah, I think it's going to be a long winter again, unfortunately, which is definitely going to put us under pressure, even with the extra bales. But look, that's farming. We'll just have to see how we go. And yeah, that is it. But anyway, that's that done. I'm back from the ploughing, so I must say I just had a fantastic time. So I went for 2 days, well, a day and a half really. Himself was just getting tired of it by the Thursday, which is absolutely fair enough. So we kind of left early. We beat all the traffic and everything, so we were down fairly early yesterday evening. But yeah, I just had such a great time, and I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who came up to just say hello and to inquire about the 135 and about Sheehan, and you know, just from little kids to the more mature. I couldn't believe it. I honestly couldn't. I'm still on a high after it. I really am. I couldn't even sleep last night thinking about it, because I never for a second thought that so many people would be coming up to me and saying hello. So I do really appreciate all the support, and everyone was just so lovely. I just did not have one single bad interaction with anyone over the couple of days. It was just amazing. And for the people who came to the Aldi tent to watch the talk on Women in Ag and came up to me afterwards, thank you so much. Like, I honestly think I remember every single person I met there, because it just meant so much to me that people were coming up. I can't get over it. It was unbelievable. Really was. So thank you so much to everyone. And I know there were a few people that I didn't bump into that I wanted to bump into, but sure, look, there's always next year, and hopefully I'll be there again. And then on the Thursday as well, I bumped into Farmer Phil. I was actually looking for his stand and I happened to bump into him on the way, and he said, hang on here because I'm meeting Farmer P. So I got to meet the two of them there and then. So it was absolutely ideal, because in fairness, they're great guys and they are just as great in real life. So they are. Oh, I hope it's not too windy. I'm in the gator. I thought I'd be able to block some of the wind, but I do need to get doors. But yeah, that's it. The ploughing, fantastic. I'm going to leave it there for a minute, and we'll come back to myself and Dad, realistically, putting on the trailer. Now this, believe me or not, was my first attempt at reversing in to the trailer, and we got the pin in first go. Now I don't know if that's my amazing driving or luck, but it's definitely a first anyway for me, so I was delighted. So then all we did was we had to raise the trailer a bit to get the wood out, because otherwise we can't get it off the block. So this is Dad's trick, using the rope wrapped around the two arms to raise it. I've shown this on TikTok before and people were giving out to me saying it was very dangerous, but when the trailer is empty and you've got the rope doubled over, it's not going to snap, you know. But yeah, it is actually just a very handy way of doing it for raising it up. So that's how we always do it. And that just means then that I can just take the blocks away from underneath and drive away out with the trailer. So once that was done, then it was just up to me to get the trailer out of the corner, which for some reason I had it built up in my mind that this was going to be really difficult to do. And believe me, I have made it difficult for myself in previous years. I don't know what I've been at. But yeah, it wasn't difficult this year, although yes, I am going at 1.5 miles per hour out of there. But look, it did the job and it got me out of the corner without having to straighten up or anything. And then it was just about getting out of the shed, which I struggled with so much in previous years. So I think this is only my third year practicing with the trailer. But like the first year, I'd say it took me half an hour to get out of the shed. And I don't have the patience for that. This year, this was my first go getting out of the shed. And I was so delighted because I thought I did it really smoothly and just went straight back and out the shed door, until I actually looked back at this video and I was like, what am I doing? But look, I suppose the end product is the most important thing, and I got there. It just doesn't look very pretty, unfortunately. I thought it would look more impressive, but there I am. So now I just need to move the tractor over and fill the trailer with the silage wrap. Now that's the job done. Glad I invested in full oils there at the ploughing, because it is a dirty job. But yeah, once I had the first bag done, I was like, oh, I can't believe I have another one to do. But it actually didn't take that long. It was okay. It wasn't too difficult. Some people might be wondering why I didn't drop down the back of the trailer, but it's seized, it doesn't open, so I have no choice but to fork it up on top of it. But look, it's grand, it's done for another year. Who knows, I might have a front loader next year to do it for me. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there for today. I must go away and drive a couple of posts to set up fencing for when I move the cattle tomorrow and things like that. But I'll show you some of that in another video maybe. But yeah, I think that's all for today, so I'm going to leave it there. And thanks again for watching. If you liked it, give me a like, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Thank you.